Hey guys, how's it going? Steve Foster here. Welcome to cohort number 7. Really excited to have you. Really excited to meet you or see you again down in Guatemala this July, and it's coming around the corner. So this video is just meant to kind of provide a little bit of kind of next steps and just a little bit of information to kind of up the stoke factor, as they say in the ski town that I am in, Durango, Colorado. So let's begin. First of all, got a few photos to get you in the right frame of mind. Over here, we've got Nobel Peace Prize laureate Rigoberta Menchú. More about her later. We've got the cobblestone streets of Antigua, traditional colonial village, volcano in the background over here as well. This is the arch. There's an arch in Antigua as well. That's pretty cool. Over here, we've got Lake Atitlan. That's what we're going to be going for our optional weekend excursion. So we'd highly encourage you to sign up for that. It's pretty reasonably priced as well. And then last but not least, we've got our community of El Hatto, student, staff, and Spanish4Educators cohort number 5 along with there. So that was a lot of fun. Anyways, wanted to encourage you guys to get signed up for the graduate credits that are being offered through Western State Colorado University. It's part of their Summer Teacher Institute. It's a fully credited institution. You can transfer your credits into any type of salary increase or recertification that you might have coming up. I am going to be in the instructor on record, so it'll be pretty streamlined as far as the products that you need to turn in. Most of the hours that you are going to be doing are going to be just experiential. So go on the cohort, and a lot of it is just that. But there is two small products. You need to do a lesson plan using your learning, as well as a small travel journal. I think it's like 5 entries or something like that. So please let me know if you have any questions. But I do have, I think it's 1 or 2 people as of right now that are signed up for these. So if you're interested, if you need graduate credits, that would be great. If not, no worries. The reading list that is on that syllabus is right here, including not only books but documentaries. Everybody's going to get a copy of Rigoberta Menchú no matter what, no matter whether you sign up for the graduate credits or not. I think it's a great background building book. That's a memoir from Rigoberta Menchú, who won the Nobel Peace Prize for her kind of struggle and fight and leadership for indigenous rights in Guatemala, especially in and around the time of the genocide that took place in the early 80s during a 40-year civil war that occurred, which was partially brought on by the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States. So it's a great grounding book. It's a quick read, in my opinion. So everybody's going to get a copy of that. Hopefully you'll be able to take a look at it before you go on the trip. Also wanted to put a plug in for our Tikal excursion. So this is one of the UNESCO heritage sites, Tikal, the Mayan Ruins of Tikal. It was a big capital for culture and kind of the Mayan civilization right out in the middle of the rainforest. Some of the pyramids that you go up on are above the canopy of the rainforest, so it's this surreal scene where you're kind of listening to the howler and the howler monkeys especially, but also the spider monkeys and other wildlife. There's like signs to watch out for the jaguars and stuff, although I haven't seen a jaguar yet. But there's a lot of stuff included in it. It is a little bit steeper as far as the cost goes, but in my view, it's kind of one of those bucket list type things. Nate can definitely vouch for this. He's on the trip again for, I think, the 3rd or 4th time. And he and his wife Jody are planning on going on this trip again. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go, but Blanca's going to be facilitating this portion. She's been countless times, and yeah, it'll be a great experience. So I really encourage you guys to reach out if you are interested and you can confirm your spot. Also, the Lake Atitlan excursion. So like I had mentioned, It's during the middle weekend. We're going to be flying in on, I think you guys are flying in on Sunday. Then the middle weekend, we're going to be headed out Friday through Monday morning, really, so we can head back on Monday for our Spanish classes. So it's a nice little 3-day getaway. Again, Lake Atitlan is known throughout the world as just one of the most beautiful lakes out there. Completely amazing, surreal, volcanoes jutting out of this huge lake. And so really recommended on that. There's a bunch of villages surrounding the lake that each village has its own little personal touch and kind of quality of what they're known for. There's one village that's more on the artsy side. There's another one that's for those party goers. There's the kind of the main village of Panajachel that we would drive into, and then we'll take a boat to get from Panajachel to our new lakefront Airbnb. That is the one thing with this trip, is that the Airbnb that we're going to be going to is somewhat new. So we did have a lodge that we would stay at over here, but they ended up converting into more of a permanent livable space due to COVID. So I'm really excited about this Airbnb. I am going to send out these slides, and I have this link here so you can check out some of the photos. But what you do is we're going to drive into Panajachel, take a boat all the way across the lake to our Airbnb that's right on the shore. So yeah, it's a great experience. I would highly recommend it. And let me know if you are interested. There is not a deadline for this Lake Atitlan excursion until we get down to Guatemala. On the Tikal one, however, there is a deadline of June 2nd to be able to confirm your spot. So please let me know, June 10th. Let me know by June 10th that you want to go on the Tikal excursion. But Lake Atitlan, you can let me know closer to the departure. Other than that, guys, please make sure that you are liking us on Facebook. I'm happy to become your friend as well on Facebook personally. And there's some information as far as the Facebook page. I got a link here so you can click directly. But other than that, you can just kind of get it off of the video here. And then most importantly, we have this great relationship with El Hatto, which is a public primary school, which is kind of off in the hills about 15 minutes away from Antigua. So it's a nice distance to be able to kind of get a little bit more authentic as far as like what Guatemala is actually like, because Antigua, while it is super pretty and it just is really an amazing spot with a lot of the stuff, it's also really definitely catered towards people that are coming in to learn Spanish and stuff like that. So we try to mix in a lot of cultural activities, and we're just so grateful that we have a partnership with El Hatto School, which has just been great over the last 4 years, and we're really looking forward to going back and collaborating with them. So there'll be more information on that as we go forth. Part of the whole thing with El Hatto is that we, in each participant's name, you will be giving $35 in-kind donation to the Guatemalan teacher that you'll be collaborating with, as well as $15 to the administrative office. So if you do have any of this extra stuff that's on this list right here, please plan on bringing it in. And that way we can use the monetary stuff when we get down to Guatemala to be able to just purchase down there. So anything that's going to make your bag heavy, like paper and heavy stuff, don't bring it, because we can easily purchase that stuff once we get down to Guatemala. But some of the stuff that's a little bit lighter that maybe would be pretty expensive down in Guatemala, for example, like a USB memory storage chip, toner. They have this really sweet printer because they've been needing to print out so much stuff because of COVID. So some of that lighter stuff, or like maybe games, different educational materials that are going to be really good bang for your buck as far as the weight goes. So wanted to also let you know as far as that goes. And then besides that, guys, you should have most likely already gotten your invoice. I think it has the due date on there, but make sure that you are letting me know if you'd like to do like monthly payments, or I think that you can just pay off of the Square invoice bit by bit. And I'm going to be sending out your little care package, which is going to, like I said, have your t-shirt in there for our cohort, as well as the book of Rigoberta Menchú. So that'll be coming as soon as I get everybody's t-shirt size. And then other than that, we'll be sending out a request for when you're going to be available as far as the orientation sessions. We're most likely going to be having one of the orientation sessions in mid-June, early to mid-June, and another one will be in later in June. So that'll be kind of a pre-departure one. So the first one's just going to be kind of more related to vaccines and cultural stuff, the way that we're going to be learning, grounded in what many of you know, Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. So we'll talk about some of that stuff, and then the final one will be more of a logistical and kind of psych up to be able to go a couple weeks before we head out. So other than that, guys, thanks for staying until the end. 10 minutes later. Sorry I can get a little wordy, but I really appreciate it, and feel free to kind of look over some of the spots that you may have missed some of the information. All right, let me know if you have questions. Thanks, guys.